Well, hey, welcome back. Got another one going on today. Angus. Angus, 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 Angus. Angus.
Wasn't too bit, dude. Blah, blah, blah.
Angus. Today's video, we gotta get Angus ready because we got a 500-mile road trip we're gonna be doing in Angus. And I got some stuff I want to do, and we're gonna bring you guys along. So let's get into it. So, we like to take kind of sporadic little, let's just drop everything and go kind of trips. Figured why not? We're gonna do it in Angus. We've been kayaking in them lately and everything else. Gonna throw the mountain bikes in there. And we're gonna go for a drive in the UP. But we got some stuff we gotta address first. That's kind of been bothering me, and what'll make it go decent for a really long road trip. When I pop these wipers on, they just push on there. Driver's side's a little fine, but the passenger side's a little bit down. You yank those off. It's pretty simple. You take a flathead screwdriver. They have this little tab right here. I don't really get in there and see that very well. Anyway, there's a little tab inside there. Pry it out. Just kind of get in there and pry it up and out. Fortunately, somebody, wasn't me, got a little crazy with it. Couldn't figure out how to get it off. They're really simple. I did put little scratches in the bottom there, so you might want to put something in there to knot. But that one, a little cockeyed. This one already fixed here. All right, so the wipers are done now. Next thing are these door cards. This part is actually pretty fine. This part is sticky, and I don't know why. You can see everything's sticking to it. I don't know, they just break down and become gross. Steering wheels, they do the same thing. This one actually has been fine. But I do have new little things off bits and pieces to put on there. Problem is, you can see they will work, but the stamping is different. This one's over here. This one's more in the middle. So we're gonna pull this one off. We'll slide it here. We'll just put some self-tappers in there. It's not gonna hurt anything. And that metal, be good to go. Okay, so those are on, secured, whatever, good enough. Next thing I want to do is address this weather stripping and this bottom seal. I found the plastic pieces for it. For whatever reason, this is just like a half weather strip. It only came down to like here, so I'm getting quite a bit of wind noise, and I don't have any other ones right now that are new. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go take them out of Burt, and we're going to pull them out because these ones are brand spanking new, and we'll use those ones. All right, one side down, one more to go. Door closes. You gotta slam it, but that's what I want, is a nice tight seal. Try to eliminate some of these wind air gaps, because that's kind of loud. It's kind of loud. Okay, next thing we want to get done is I want to get this back in, get my hood popper put back on. All right, blower, fanny, air thinger, put back in. It was pretty simple. I just had to get up the top, pry it open. Pull the center console out because we're going to be bringing the dog with us. So that's going to be her spot. And yeah, went through, checked out the vitals. We're good to go. And with that, we'll see you guys on the road. So we're on the road. We are cooking along. 60 miles in. Angus is getting like 20 miles to the gallon. Can't complain. We're loaded up. Bikes, kayaks, cooler. I don't know, puppy. We're going for an adventure on our favorite rocket ship. And yes. Now let's just hang out. place. Yeah, big bags of popcorn over there. Sweet little hotel room. Mini fridge, microwave, mirror, passed out pup. We're out for a long walk. Got ice cream. Just relaxing tonight. So, we'll be back with everyone tomorrow. Hey, square body. How about that? Well, good morning. We are up early. Going to get coffee. Java Joe's. Joe's. Java J's. Something like that. And yeah, dinner last night was pretty tasty. Probably one of the better top 3, I'd say. Brisket, mac and cheese that I had. We had is do splitsies. It was tasty. But it's pretty good. Now we're trying not to get killed by crossing the street. Cool thing about this, it's where the car show was. I think everyone was doing burnouts. What do you think of that? What do you think of all those burnouts? They're loud. They smell good. All right. Java Joe's. Cappuccino. Coffee. Caffeine. It's the place my mom would always talk about.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good. Oh my goodness.
I was wondering why my mom was liking it so much. Well, we made it to Hessel. Yeah. Nice beach. Square body. We're gonna get the kayaks out. We're gonna go kayak Lake Huron. Should be fun. Never done it before. So, we're in Detour Village. So it's pretty neat. We're basically gonna load up Angus on ferry there. We're gonna go over to Drummond Island. We'll check it out. Trying to figure out where we get tickets at though. So, all these people are off. We're in line, and we'll load up and we'll go. So funny story about that. Seems like whenever Heather and I decide to go somewhere, adventure-wise, something usually bad happens within 3 weeks. 3 weeks roughly? Whether it's, I don't know, something just
Somebody
happens.
getting hit by a car,
Yeah. Just
murder.
something weird. Don't know. Oh, that's a little compact area. Maybe it's not going to be good for our camera view. So So yeah, I forgot where we left off.
Weird stuff happening between a couple days and 3 weeks.
Yeah. So it never fails, but we'll have to watch the news and keep updated on this. See what happens, if anything. Maybe not. Maybe this is a turn. This will be the better thing. Okay.
Oh, dinner the other night that we were raving about was Andy's Cine Bar? Andy's Cine Bar.
Andy Cine Bar, Cine, Michigan.
Phenomenal mac and cheese and brisket.
And pizza looked amazing too. Well, we made it to Big Shoal Bay on Drummond Island. Yeah, just ate some lunch. Good cold cooler lunch, which is good to have. And now we're gonna go explore. I don't think we're kayaking though.
I don't know, maybe.
Maybe.
Doggy did so good the first time.
She did. That was interesting. Maybe we'll just let her kind of rip ass around and be leashless. Let's go check it out. Well, we are heading back to the mainlands. We go up to Sault Ste. Marie. Is that right here?
Yes.
Sault Ste. Marie. Which is that way. Something like that. Beach is pretty nice. Nice clear water. see, puppy? What do you see, Bella? Still nervous? Because we're the first one that goes in the water.
We're awfully this kind of heavy right now.
Yeah. There she goes, pulling them off. Apparently they got two of them. So apparently that's Canada. There's some Sioux Line lock boat tours. It's Oklahoma Steel. That's on fire. We made it. How about that? So let's go do some walking and exploring. So Heather decided to stop into this Michigan Made store. What'd you get?
Blueberry maple syrup from a farm very close by.
Very nice. That should be good on some pancakes.
Some blueberry pancakes
Blueberry pancakes. Yes.
with frozen blueberries on top.
Yes. Be very good. Did your fat kid just come out?
Making a sandwich with the blueberry white cheddar cheese with the blueberry. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Ooh, blueberry.
I think someone's getting hungry. What was that? Blueberry jalapeno jam?
Yeah,
That probably would be pretty good.
that would be really good. Ooh.
Got another Michigan store you're going into? Okay. SS Longships. Maybe I should go to the other side where you can actually read that. That's better. Nice little motel. There's the International Bridge over to Canada. So this is, I guess, where they're building the new lock at. And you can see that the boat here is now dropping down significantly below the water level that's in front of you. We get down to the St. Mary's River. Got another one, Canadian steamships. And an Angus. And an Angus. Actually, it's got a check engine light on. P200. Fuel injector harness. Low voltage, high voltage. Don't know. Voltage issue. We're going to keep sending it. What do you think, Bella? All day, too. Fish, coffee, chinos, puppy. To St. Marie. You've been real. Time to peace out. Nice day. Oh, show. I'll check over Angus here in a second. Gotta walk the dog. Sniff, 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 sniff. Sniff, 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 sniff. Smells good. Sniff, 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 sniff. What do you smell, Bella? Oh, it's a pea spot. Good spot. Oh, the wildflowers are out. Tons of them around here. They actually smell pretty good. Yeah, pros and cons. First day of August, and summer's starting to wind down. Wildflowers are out. Been an interesting summer. What is that? Talking. Lake Superior State College. Yeah, they got something going on at the university. Don't know what. Okay, let's check this beast out. See, Bella's already in my spot. Yeah, check it out.
Come here, Pop.
Yesterday we had that little misfire code issue thing going on. Didn't notice anything obvious, but could just be one of these injector wires that's, you know, giving us fits. We had them on and off 100 times, but whatever. Just make sure they're all tight for right now. Look at them later. Check the oil earls. Oh yeah, nice and full. Not gonna look at the tranny fluid because no drips. Overflow bottle. Yeah. Still got some in there. Cool. Cool. They have been running hot. Check, 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 check. Good. Cold start. Near my spot. Now I have a wet butt.
No, we're sending them my
Nope, it wasn't. 40 pounds oil pressure. Full gauge is up. We're good. So we're gonna head over. There's that miss again.
Yeah, it's a pretty intense one.
We're gonna head over to Paradise, Grand Marais, and make our way back home. Slice of paradise. Well, we're at Paradise Recreational Sports. Angus made it. Gas is $4.10. Good thing I don't have gas. And they got knickknacks. Get some coffee, bathroom, all sorts of stuff. You know, ice, baby. It's a touristy spot. Square buddy. We made it to Lower Tequamanon Falls. I don't recall ever being here. You've been here.
A couple times.
A couple times. Tour spot. We got the dogs doing Cedar Point Kid, wandering around. There's a big bar right there. Let's go see what the falls are all about. Puppy. Puppy dog. You got the adventurous ones over there swimming. Observation platform. Another dog.
Can I pet the dog?
So, as you can hear now that we're not close by raging water, kind of are, the root beer color of it is from all these nice cedar trees leaching their tannins into the water. So we're told. I don't know. What do you think?
Seems accurate.
Okay.
Or the tannins are from the soil,
Could be.
not necessarily from the trees.
Something like that. Nice break. Well, with that, we have successfully made it back. Just over 500 miles. Angus, had a couple issues we're going to have to address. We'll get there. Brakes, CV joint, or U-joint. Other stuff, fuel injector stuff, you know, things of that nature. Let's get into it. Well, it is a few days later, back from our trip, and I'm going to dive into Angus. Actually, pressure washed it the other day. Did the good old, you know, cleaning tire shine trick in the engine bay. Let me show you this. Pretty darn good, if I must say myself. When I pressure washed it, I got a lot of the gunk and everything out of there. Still got some over there, but whatever. It's not bad. I'm pretty impressed with it. So that was good. Gave it a bath. Pressure washed off the frame rails and whatnot too. But yeah, back ones, they turned out really nice. I can't even believe it, to be honest, because it was covered like, you know, like that all the way through here. So it's pretty amazing what a pressure wash will do. But we got some issues we got to fix, as I mentioned. So we have a bit of a vibration 50 the front, leaning towards it being U-joint. Reason for that is because I climbed underneath there, and the front U-joint between the spline shaft and transmission and whatever, she's got grease kind of just blowing all apart. Yeah, I'll show you when I get under there. Next thing, brakes. Brakes don't really work that well. We have no driver's side brake. I don't know, caliper, hose, I don't know. So I kind of fired the parts cannon to see. And this is what I came up with. Got a new U-joint. Ordered just about everything I could possibly think I would need for a brake job, minus the rotors and drums, because we're going to look at those and we're going to get them turned if we can get them turned. But I got new hardware. I got new calipers. I got new wheel seals for the bearings. I got new guide pins. I got new guides. I got all the new brake hoses. I got pads. I got wheel cylinders. I got the wheel cylinder. I got some more stuff. I just kind of went on a big. So, like I said, the only thing I did not order was rear pads or drum shoes, or the rotors, or the drums. But my plan is today we're going to change out the U-joint, do the front brakes at least. We'll check out the rears. I want to just start getting the stuff for the rears in place, have it on the shelf. Probably be a winter project to go through the rear brake drums, but I don't know. Maybe they're good and we don't have to worry about them. So let's dive into the stuff. Well, under here, you can see what I'm talking about. We got a little bit of grease spatter from this U-joint. She's kind of loose, so she's giving me a vibration. Feels like the slop is in there. I can actually see it moving just a little bit. So that's probably where our vibration's coming from. Drive shift. Oh yeah, you can look at that. That's not good. Pull the rear off, get it out of place. Have your drip pan ready to go. We got another slip yoke that will just slide in there and keep the transmission from flowing out fluid. Yeah, so, I don't like that. So the U-joint's out, and you can see it's spewing out some grease, and I just replaced this, and I'm pretty sure I found what my problem was. This is not seated in there all the way, because my slop comes from the this way. And you can see, get the light on there, that the slop is there. That keeper's not all the way down and seated inside the U-joint like it should be. So I threw the ballpoint joint tool on there, and I was able to get the cap to push down. Really just put a little bit of, pressure and put it on there. And now it is nice and tight like it's supposed to be. Looks like we are seated down past where we can snap our clip back in. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna honestly run it and put that one on the shelf. If I need it, I'll use it, but throw the snap ring back on and hopefully it seats into place and call this good. Nope, drive shaft's back in. I had to weld up the exhaust hanger over on that side. It was kind of getting goofy. Gonna go enjoy this day. I'm gonna go kayaking. So we'll see what Angus does kayaking. Then we'll come back later and work on the brakes. Well, it is in fact the next day. Kayaking lasted a little bit longer than dinner. Then I got home, didn't feel like doing anything. But this morning, back on Angus brakes. Yeah. So, gonna knock off the front brakes first, and then we'll see where we're at. So, first we gotta break the wheels off, loosen them up, jag it up, get in the brakes. Been here before. This one actually started working. You can see it's getting a little bit of, I guess, drag going on there. I was going to get these rotors turned, but I don't think there's enough meat there left to get them turned and be safe. So we're just gonna run them. There's no grooves in them. They're smooth. Both sides, they're good there. I did notice that got just a little bit of play in these bearings, so we're gonna knock those off, repack the bearings. I did start soaking down, all the fittings for this front line. This driver's side one, this thing it's chalky on the outside. Like, I scraped my fingernail on it and you can see it's leaving crappy residue. It's doing the same thing on the inside of the line. It's just deteriorating. So I don't know if it's got, it's still pliable, flexible. I don't know. We'll see. I did start soaking them, just like I said, to be safe. But we'll see if we can knock it off. We'll see how the flow rate is on it. If it's good, we'll leave it. If not, then we'll change it out. We do have them. And then just put those ones on the shelf for when they do fail. So, got everything soaking, and we'll start ripping this thing apart. I'm gonna get these wheel bearings repacked, and both sides have a little bit of play in them, which is, normal. But we'll pull them all off so we can get them taken care of. All right, we're grease in there. That's good. Bearings are pretty much wiped down. Tinkums, they're good. Just when you're looking at them, make sure there's no scarring or flat spots or anything like that on them. Just repack them, reuse them. Inside here, a race is good. Sometimes if you're doing new rotors, you got to press in that race, which can be fun, but if not, make sure that's all good, no scoring. Ours is good, front and back. Visual, look at our spindle here. It's fine, nothing wrong with that. These freaking mud daubers, I swear, they are like all over this truck. I don't get it. Anyways, so now we're gonna try and crack open the bleeder on that. Actually, I think I'm gonna try to compress it down and see what it does, because it looks, it's pretty gross. So let's see how free it moves. I'm pretty sure that caliper is seized up is what our main culprit is, but I don't know, we'll see. So yeah, I can't even get that thing to compress down, so we're just going to replace it. And I think since I got the line, we're doing the new calipers, I'm just gonna go the whole kit and caboodle. Well, back from my little adventure there. Wheel bearings, calipers, they're all pulled off. New calipers are put on. I got old ones draining in there. Now we're gonna reseat the new ones into our rotor. If you've never done it, pack your bearing. I've done it before on the Impala. Go back and watch that video. Google it. YouTube it. There's a ton out there. Anyways, it's packed full of grease, high temp. Put it in there in the race. Then you got to seal. They do make a tool. I'm just lazy and I have the tool, but hammer. And you just kind of tap, little taparino. You probably should look down at this so you can see. Can you see it? So just, work it around. Tap. And just like that, you heard the pitch change and our new seal is put on the back with our packed bearing in there. Washer's got a little key on it. Put that on, slide it on. Now you put your cotter and castle nut on. And use your approved spindle castle nut wrench. Crank it on there, basically till you can't turn the rotor anymore. You got tension on it, like so. Keep spinning it. And you can see it's pretty tight. So then what you want to do is back it off, tell about where your castle nut was, and shouldn't be much. I remember where the cotter key slid into. And for the love of God, use a new cotter key. Don't cheap out. Bend it all the way down like so. Some guys fill the caps up. You can, you don't have to. Makes me feel better. I'm just gonna put a little in there. Just makes me feel better. So at this point, I'm gonna take some acetone and clean off the surface. the rotor the best I can, front and back, because this is about the only time you're going to be able to get to it without having a pad on whatever in your way. I mean, I suppose you can do what I just did, but I'm just saying, save yourself a step. You don't want any brake grease on there. So our calipers came with new guide pins, and I bought some because I thought, why not? And our old ones, they're actually still okay. You just take a wire wheel, clean these up. Even if they're really rusty, just clean them up. Put some of that high temp grease on there, and then it'll help. Whatever. Use what you got. Other thing I noticed is we got new bushings and then the rubber seals for the guide pins, I think is what they are. And I don't know. Our new ones got it on there, and it's got the rubber. I don't know. They're in there. They're not going to fall out. So, new pads. Gonna have two. This is the one I was saying the back plate came off. Well, that's nifty. I guess we'll have to just be cautious with that. Anyways, find two of the opposite ones. Usually you can tell that because the way that they are. And this one with the little shelf on it's going to sit on the back side, or the one side, field side, conductor side of your caliper. The more flattish one like this, that's going to sit up against your piston. So just know that for when you go to load them. Much simpler. Put it on because that's how it goes. Blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently I'm going to use this worn out pad for the time being. I mean, it's not worn out, it's got meat on it, but the new ones are just a little too thick to get in there without running it. And I really don't feel like just running it down to heat it up and take a chance to warp the rotor, so I'll just use an old one and a new one. And when they start squealing in 6 months, it'll be winter time anyway. We'll come back in here and do it again. Driver's side's done as well. All put back together. All we got to do now is bolt the tires on and wheels. You know, same thing. And if you're wondering how I bled the system, well, I gravity bled it. So that just means you put a bunch of fluid in your reservoir, you crack open your bleeder, fills up from the bottom, all the bubbles come up to the top, and I don't know, let it do that for 5-6 minutes. And you get it all in your drip pan, and there's no air in it. Crack it open or closed, and you're good to go at that point. So I'm going to clean up, get these tires put back on. We're going to take this thing for a test spin. Hopefully it's good. Oh, and by the way, the line that I did, this one side, when I started doing this first, had that little C-clip on there. It's kind of chintzy, so I got that box full of them here. We ended up putting on a decent one, so just because, you know, the one was junk. So food for thought if you're changing out lines, maybe invest in some better clips. All right, I'm gonna clean up and yeah. Okay, so the big thing to remember is when you first start it up, pedal's gonna go all the way to the floor. Make sure to pump it up 5-6 times until you get pedal back. And when you get pedal back, you're good to move because you're resetting those calipers. So let's back out with our brakes fully applied, and then we'll eyeball out, do a couple little stops. We'll eyeball and see if we have any leaks going on, because we don't want leaks. Don't want leaks. Okay, no unusual drippages. That, of course, was from earlier, I think. Let's double check that. Let the brakes out here, see what it does. Brake. System here. So this first little spin here, get out her, make sure you stop. Before, the steering wheel will go like this when it was pulling. It's because the right brake and the steering wheel stays straight, no hands free. So we'll go out, get her up to track speed, and try to get her stopped. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it back to the garage. Brakes are fine. Everything's good. Nothing's leaking. We're all good. So with that, I'm going to wrap this one up. Nice long road trip. In Angus, we got some things worked out in it. Drive shaft, brakes, vibrations. Yeah, just ready for a cruise. You guys are wondering, I got some Impala stuff coming here soon. Honestly, I haven't driven it since Keenan Cruiser, so that's been about a month now. So it's got that oil leak. I struggling with it, but it will be back. Don't know when. Thanks everyone for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, comment below. Tell me I'm an idiot. We'll see you next time.